Right guys, we gotta quickly shit on this media tosspot Peter Hitchens, as he's now joined in with his fellow scumbags making what can only be excuses for this cretin that's an insult to our intelligence and shows the total brain rot these out-of-touch reptiles suffer from. I mean, first and foremost, the article title was a big giveaway since anyone claiming to know why he did what he did is talking pure shit. But this one, like Starmer and his Amazon killer, is insulting to the public's intelligence and, more importantly, is an insult to the memory of these poor girls. Now, naturally, being the big egoed out-of-touch tosspot that he is, this waste of human life went straight to the scapegoat he thinks this bit of shit deserves, as he writes here. Ruda Cabana is not a terrorist any more than Paddington Bear is a terrorist. The idea is idiotic. He is plainly crazy, as are many of those who kill on our streets. No, he's not crazy. He was deemed sane and said he is glad 6-year-old girls are dead. Just because the CPS couldn't or didn't want to find a terror motive doesn't stop him being a terrorist out to cause terror, you total fucking brainlet. This, if you ask me, is quite possibly the lowest of the low when it comes to making excuses for this scumbag, and tells me Hitchens should be taking jobs at the BBC or maybe Sky News. You know, the idiots caught over the weekend shutting down guests pointing out the truth about the state's failure to protect these little girls.
No doubt in my mind, had people done their job better in the last few years in relation to this man, those girls would still be alive.
Yeah, quick, someone's telling the truth we don't want our viewers to know, cut him off. That is shameful, but for me it's not as shameful as this article from Hitchin, who, when mental health excuses need a bit of backup, resorts to pure horseshit to do it and insults our intelligence at the same time. Here he writes, Ruda Cabana became crazy around the age of 12 or 13, between being filmed dressed as Doctor Who, cheerful and normal, and becoming the blank-eyed masked mumbling grotesque which he is now. Ruda Cabana began to display anger issues and started to turn to violence around the age of 13. That's usually the point the children of Britain first encounter marijuana. Within a couple of years, many of them are irreparably damaged and some are crazily violent. Oh yes, pot-smoking paranoid shines that only leave the house to buy food and more weed are well known for butchering little girls at dance classes, ain't they? In fact, you only have to look back 100 years to see it's never fucking happened, which tells me this clown is talking straight out of his arsehole. Likely because it has less shit in it than his mouth does based on this.
What a wanker.
Which, if you ask me, is lower than Starmer's Amazon killer bollocks, because weed has been growing in popularity since the 60s, and yet we don't see pot-smoking mass murderers filling up news headlines, do we? And we literally never have. What we do see is diversity not being a strength, no matter how many times the government or media tosspots make excuses for these imported diversity that goes around killing little girls.
Pandemic